Well, hello there, YouTube. On this, what's supposed to be a pouring down, nasty, rainy day, it is drop dead gorgeous. So I go to pull the DR out, and last time I rode this thing was in the snow. And I told you guys, for the first time since I've lived back in the Northwest, they started physically salting the roads instead of using that salt-free liquid. It's like a synthetic salt that they've been using for years, ever since I've been back. Well, I never washed this thing or sprayed it down after I took the snow ride, because literally the spokes and stuff were full of snow when I put it in the garage. So, you know, my typical procrastinating self, the damage is unbelievable. Look at my disc, if you can make that out. If it'll focus on it, which it won't. Look at the spokes. All the chrome has gone off the spokes. Look at the nipples. Look at my chain adjusters and my sprocket. You remember, this bike was brand spanking new looking in every way. And there's nothing but rust. It was so bad it made the stainless steel muffler rust on it. There's rust spots everywhere. And spokes and those all that stuff is ruined, absolutely ruined. There's some corrosion on top of the front brake caliper, all that ashy corrosion. Look at all that, just etched right through it. Absolutely destroyed the bike. So freaking mad I could scream. The chain was completely rusted as well. I just lubed it. Man, even the petcock was all corroded, all because I just put it off. And I even looked at it a couple times, like, oh, it's fine. You know, there's so much snow, the salting was underneath the snow. Well, the problem was when I drove when I popped out way down the highway, way down there, and drove all the way back home, where everything was snowy and wet. I cut that out of the video. I mean, snowy and frozen. The highway was just soaking wet. The reason it was soaking wet, because they salted the hell out of it. And it was the salt that got it. I can't believe it. This thing was like brand spanking new. Now it looks haggard. I mean, look at all these bolts. Look at the kickstand bolt, the shift. I mean, it looks like it's got battery acid on it. Just what salt does. Very, very upsetting. Anyway, on that note, let me get my gear on. Let's take this old gal for a ride. We are taking the DR. Oh, jeez. The hole in the concrete over there. I was expecting it to be right under my foot. Taking the old DR for a rip today, which, as I discussed, I haven't since the snow ride, which I don't even remember what day that was. It's been a while since I've ridden this thing. Very upset about the corrosion on this thing, especially when I'm always the one telling people, don't let them things sit. Don't get sidetracked. Don't procrastinate. Oh man. It feels good to ride this thing though. I'm always surprised when I ride it. Because in my head I think, okay, it's just a 650 single. There's going to be a compromise somewhere, you know. Then you take off and you roll the throttle on and you're like, dang. No compromise here. Mirror got bumped at some point. Oh, man, does it feel good to get on a motorcycle and just ride. Woo, I hope it's nice where you guys are today. I'm on the Hero 4 Black today. And it's connected to the Scenic audio pack. So that'll account for the different sound. But with no shield or anything, and the limited, the cowling on this thing takes a bit of the brunt off of your chest. Not a whole lot, but it does some, you know. It's definitely wind there, but not as much as what you probably normally would get. But anyway, you're full on, as far as your head, you're full on naked right against the elements. So the Scenic just works better with this bike. The sleeves are kind of big on this coat, so they kind of fluff out and block a portion of my mirror. Ah, dang. This thing just feels fantastic. Doesn't have as cool a feeling as the iron does when you jump on it. Something about that thing just puts a childhood grin on your face. What's with all the people walking? Prickable hair. Just wonder if that Chevy was seeing me there for a minute. Oh, it's so beautiful out here. So, you know, I just kind of took off. I'm literally letting the bike guide me. I have put zero forethought into where I'm going right now. Honest to God, I just took off. What do we do? Look at that blooming, look at that. Might be pretty going through Hoe Road. When's the last time I done that? I think I took the street glide through there. Yeah, that day I took the drone out on the street glide. I was gonna bring the drone with me, but it's pretty crazy windy out here, and you know, I can predict what's going on close, but you know, if I get up 300 or 400 feet to get a good view of something, the winds aloft may be excessive, because the clouds up there are moving at just a crazy rapid rate. Actually, for the road trip, I'm pondering buying a drift ghost and clamping it to the side of the helmet. Then you're dealing, I mean, all the incompatibility with everything, but just purely for visual, just you know, leave it in loop mode, and if I see something cool, you know, I'll spend hours digging through videos, or I guess I can reach up and tag it. But anyway, those scenes where there's extreme beauty, I can dub that in. That's a pretty expensive thing to do, just to pull some shots out of a video. But I don't know. I would like to be able to pull some of those scenes out. I mean, it's great. The super view gives you that very real, you know, you're really riding along with me feeling. But unfortunately, things off in the distance are not. Dang, I didn't even put my boots on. I'm wearing my DCs. These are my new shop shoes. These shoes are about 12 years old. I bought them years ago when I was at the Longview store. And I have to be aware, because with my regular plugged-in mic setup, I have to kind of increase my voice volume in the wind. But that just becomes annoyingly loud when you use the Scenic, because the Scenic is cutting the wind out. So all it is just me talking loud. But overall, the audio recorded when you use the Scenic is lower. So I usually have to kick it a little bit. But in those parts where I talk real loud, I have to, you know, split or cut the video. And just kind of cut those little sections where it's really loud. And then at the end, before you render it, you select all clips and normalize the audio, and it does a good job of balancing it out. So whether it's too high or too low, it'll be too high or too low all the way, all the way through it. So I'll normalize it because it runs so low. Like if I play one of my videos from using the Scenic audio pack, I normally listen to videos that, you know, there's no reference, and it's just there's no physical sound. It's just a reference on the television, because I got surround sound and it's on its own sound. But as a reference, I watch most videos at 15, and that's with the surround sound turned on. And when I watch one of my own videos shot with the Hero 4, with the Scenic audio pack, I am using the Hero 4, but I have to watch it at like 28 or 30. So, you know, and with phones and stuff, phones only have the ability to go so high. So you gotta be careful you don't make your video too quiet. Whoops, too low of a gear. How's the old barn? Won't be too long until the sunsets are gonna shine on you in all kinds of glory. There'll be them wildflowers growing out in that field, and it will be breathtaking. Well, I'm not done with this yet. How about we whiz down here and hit that first fish hatchery? We haven't done that in a while. Oh, it's so nice. God, it's fantastic. Wow, the air flows into these shoes. That's crazy. It actually feels good. Ooh. I know you guys didn't feel that. You got a little light coming over that rise there. That was fantastic, actually. Someone's getting a special delivery from Lowe's Home Improvement. Oh, she's so nice. Man, I need to be a millionaire, because I got 2 motorcycles stuck in my head right now that are driving me batshit crazy. That 1290 Super Duke and that Springfield. I really like that Springfield. Man, I want to ride it again so bad. I feel like I didn't have enough time on it, you know, but you just can't do that. I can't go out and rack a bunch of miles on it. Man, that river is moving fast. That's freaky. That thing is moving. Howdy. Wow, look at that. And look how clean it's starting to look. Jeez, that thing's moving. Scary. Oh, look at the bald eagles up there. There's no way this thing in Super View is going to pick that up. There's 2 of them circling right there. Oh, that's phenomenal. Holy crap, them things are huge. Man, every once in a while you'll spook one out of a tree while you're riding on the back road. And they always, you know, because they're so big, they can't just do it. Oh, there's 2 more right there. Oh, no, sorry. Seagulls. Those are definitely bald eagles. We've reached the crossroads. Oh my God, there I am with that turn signal again. I'm telling you, you know, the turn signal is part of that. We have gotten so spoiled with all these little trickety niceties that bikes have on them now. Almost everything has a cruise control unless it's sport. You know, something like this is not going to have cruise, but I mean, cruise control, self-canceling turn signals. You know, all these little whiz-bang doo-wah dilly-wahs absolutely spoil us. You know, the spiders, the Harleys, all these things, you just don't think about those things anymore. You don't have to worry about leaving a turn signal on. You're so used to it just turning itself off. And the cruise control, you know, riding the Road King and the Street Glide and the Spiders, they all have cruise. You know, you're just a little button click away from letting go of the throttle side to jostle around with your camera or whatever you need to do. And then you jump on this, and you know, being a large single cylinder bike, you let go of the throttle and they got a lot of compression braking, you know, so you let go and they go ball. So you gotta do the old, you know, crossover and do whatever you need to do and come back. But that's not looking very friendly right there, and that's coming right at me. And as you can see, I'm not gonna have any more sunshine. And what's they're saying, I was even listening to the radio out in the shop, it's coming. And some of Ryan's friends came over when I was out spraying the corrosive parts on my DR here. And they go, yeah, it's supposed to rain in about an hour. If you're going for a ride, you think they've seen the bike sitting out there. Said it's supposed to be here in about an hour. That's been a little over an hour now since that was said. Look at that old barn out there. How green them fields are getting. Hey, I remember to cancel the turn signal. Do I hear a round of applause? Do I hear it? I hear you guys clapping out there. I don't know what kind of bird that is. He's just silhouetted with the sun right there. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce into the old fueling station. Top this old biatch off. Bet you I don't have any rust on them rotors now. Them bad boys are long cleaned off now. I like to use my brakes. That's why they all squeak and make noise. There's a low-riding Chevy right there. Well, I would say I hate to do a pull up to the gas station like I do all the time, but that's actually a good sign, because that means I'm out riding again. Hell yes. Alright, I'm back. A whole $2.45 at $2.49.9. Damn, gas prices are going back up again. But when I rode this thing in the snow, I didn't fill it up with gas, but only put 19 miles on it, so it was mostly full. But the last time I filled it up with gas was December 9th of last year. And I did treat the gas. I always, whenever I fill it, I get home and I treat it. I stopped treating it once it's summertime, and I kind of cycle through them a lot. You never know, do you? Step out there and assume they're going to stop. Look at this guy, he's blocking the boat ramp off. Should we drive down there anyway? Yeah, what the hell? Why not? Man, that's creepy how fast that water's moving. Man, I hope the camera depicts that. Holy moly. That is just scary looking, it's moving that fast. Look how many rocks it looked like it took some of the rocks out. They're all sunk down. Look how high it is against that bridge. Crazy. Whoa. Rocks are rolling on me. You would not want to end up in that water. You better be a damn good swimmer. But it's so cold, you wouldn't, you you better get to shore in a hurry, because hypothermia is going to kick in real fast, and that's swirling, and that's all, you know, snow melt coming off the mountains, or mostly. Isn't that crazy? All that water was literally, this road was completely underwater at one point. In fact, wasn't I on this when I had to turn around? Yeah, I think I took this out to explore the flooding. That was probably December 9th. Isn't that crazy? 3 months. But I rode it in the snow. But other than that, you know, it's been 3 months ago since I rode it. And that was just a short ride. Oh, geez, look at the size of them dogs. Holy moly. Oh, and he's fast, too. He's real fast. Mama. Glad they stopped. Or I might have to run a stop sign here. Oh, look at all the creek is kind of full down there behind their house there. We call that the Jeepers Creepers house right there. That thing is scary looking. I'm gonna whiz you guys by the, do a customary cedar mill run here. Man, I've done so much vlogging on this ride. Oh, turn signal on. So much vlogging on this thing, it'll take me days to edit this thing. Man, I've got review stuff I need to do as well. I got tons of stuff. What am I going to do with it all? Still not cold, me personally. And we're back to 64. And as you know, down this little hill. Ooh, look, oh, it's all mud. I was gonna say it's clear enough I can drive out there and see that massive engine in that semi truck. Oh man. Oh, there needs to be a price of admission to drive past that thing. Wow, I'm still smelling it down here. Oh. Well, we're back to the old sign-off spot. Oh, no turn signal to turn off because I didn't use one. That will be a ticket for Mr. Smoak. Lack of turn signal use. Anyway, I'm gonna bomb up the highway here, and as is so very customary for me to do, I'm gonna say goodbye, bombing down this long, lonely stretch of highway that just goes straight for freaking ever. Seems like it anyway. Woo! That's a headwind. It's funny, I was on the other side of the valley and the headwind was going west. Now I'm going east and I got a headwind. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to slip out on you guys, and thank you very much for coming along for a cruise on the old DR. We haven't done this in a while. She's always fun to ride. I don't know why these DR videos get such low views. They're a phenomenal motorcycle. But anyway, I thank you guys once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll talk to you on the next MotoVlog or review or whatever I come up with next. We'll talk to you later now. Bye-bye.